What's up, guys and gals, and welcome to Weekly Indie Newcomer, the series where we hang out on a Friday and play a game that's been bouncing around my brain and also making me rhyme all the time and all that fun stuff that we just jumped into. Today we're going to be taking a look at Hardland, which is a game that I streamed a few weeks ago, and I was utterly surprised to find out that very few people actually knew about it. Even on Steam, it's only got like 20 reviews. Very few people seem to have played the game, and so I decided I was going to do my part this week because this is a project that I am very, very much enamored with. If you don't know what Hardland is, allow me to explain. Hardland is a procedurally generated open-world RPG with a graphic set that looks something like the old Tim Burton or otherwise claymation movies of the late 80s, early 90s, and it actually is a very, very charming little game. As of right now, it's in Early Access 6. I got the game when it was in Early Access 4 about a month and a half ago, and the developers have just been churning out updates the last couple weeks, and I've been very, very surprised at the amount of content that they've just been dropping and dropping and dropping over and over and over again. So before we start checking out the game, by all means, if you want to get the game after this episode, I've got all the information down below, and the game is $14.99 on Steam, although right now I think they've got a Christmas sale going, so if you're feeling a little miserly or you want to save a couple shekels, obviously you can get the game right now for I think $9.99 or maybe even $8.99 if you get really lucky. So check it out on the Christmas sale. If you don't get to grab it there, $14.99 as usual. Let's jump on into the game and we will talk about what it is. On this side right here, you can actually see all the different various things that the developers are working on. So for example, there's the training ground where you learn about the factions. It's pretty well developed. There's the training grounds where you learn about the combat. It's getting there. The environmental area is something they've been working on very, very hard recently, so that's almost completed. That's actually the last two releases have been almost entirely environmental changes and like making sure that the worlds generate in ways that are interesting and appealing without making it all look like some weird like pieced together, I don't know, quilt or something like that. The game is looking pretty good right now. You can meet developers and then you can do all kinds of stuff down in here, but we're just going to do the default Hardland. So there it is. Let's generate our world and let's jump on in and see if we can get into the action and show off what the game is all about. Now you may be wondering why I haven't showed this game off already. Well, up until a couple weeks ago, they hadn't worked a lot on the performance optimizations, and so what I had ran into with this game is that like I basically couldn't run it. But they dropped a major optimization patch like a little bit ago. I mean, the game runs great now. Even on my beast of a computer, it wouldn't run a couple weeks ago, and now it's actually just looking fantastic at 60 frames. So obviously they made some sort of optimization in the last couple weeks because it's one of the reasons I had shelved it for a little bit. So this is the world of Hardland. I hope you like what you see. This game is absolutely gorgeous and it's just fun to look at. I mean, frankly, if you just take the graphics, the game, you just kind of want to stare at it and be like, wow, this game is kind of beautiful. Your character does have to eat. He does get hungry. Down at the bottom of the screen, you'll see a number of meters. We've got health, we've got armor, stamina, food, and XP. Health is exactly what it sounds like. Armor is basically fill-in HP that you get from the gear that you have on your body. We do have gear on right now. We've got like a breastplate and a pretty pimpin' looking belt right there, but ultimately it doesn't count as armor. Stamina, I think, oh, they added sprinting. That wasn't in the game the last time that I played. Very, very cool. This is also sort of a little bit of a check-in for me because I haven't played the game in a while. So honestly, this video has been a long time coming and I'm pleased to present it for you. Food, obviously we gotta feed ourselves. I think we can pick that up right there and it goes into our inventory. And so we can walk up to like any of these objects and just like totally partake in them if we want. You can pick up pies and carry them. If you right click, he will eat the pie all in one bite, which is what I prefer to do, which is why I'm no longer welcome at Hometown Buffet. They said that I made an ass of myself and that basically I was creating a spectacle, and so now they've actually on the internet, they've got a picture of me and they say do not enter. And so when I go up to the front with my money, they're like, hey, we don't serve your kind here. And I'm like, what kind is that? And they're like, YouTubers. But anyways, God, the term YouTuber, I'm not so sure about it. I try not to describe myself as a YouTuber because it makes my family members like raise eyebrows at me and things. What you're seeing right now is that the world is completely and totally generating on its own. There is going to be a little bit of pop-in right now, and in fact that didn't used to exist when I played the game because it generated it all at one time, and that may have been one of the reasons for the performance problems. But as you move around the map, you see down in the bottom left-hand corner on the mini-map, it's just going to start chugging it in. And I think the game is kind of like in a little bit of a transitional period right now because I know that they're working on the environmental systems very, very hard at the moment, and up until those are finished, obviously you can't work on like a larger chunk of the game. So before, the game used to have a lot more trees and things to block the background right there. It used to fade in a little bit more so that you couldn't see the world generate itself, but right now I think they're putting the final touches on the system, so it's kind of like in between updates at the moment. Let's talk. You can talk to people if you want. Bam, Roland seems lonely. Someone should look after her. You can also pick up townspeople if you want to, and it kind of pulls them sideways. And then you can actually, I think you can throw them too. Let me see. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, see? I threw him and now he's bleeding out of the back of his head. That's what happens when you throw people. So kids, be careful about throwing people. You might make them bleed out the back of their heads, and that's not a great way to make friends. This guy over here is a wizard. They tend to give you like quests and things, so if you talk to him, he'll be like, "It would benefit us both if you would manage to find a few items for me." And this is the basic premise of the early quest system. Later on, they're going to add like names to like the random characters and kind of make it all string together a little bit better, but they've got a pretty monumental task in front of them. And the first thing we need to do is actually like get ourselves a real weapon. So I think I had a dream where I compose a masterpiece while... Oh wow, that guy had a whole bunch of quests. He's basically chaining them together. Got any weapons for sale? I got nothing, man. You want a steel sword from me? Better not steal a sword from me. That'd be the worst idea ever. I've got a sword after all. Let's see here. I know that there used to be... I'm a little bit disoriented right now because there used to be an old lady that was like right where you started. And she'll... Okay, so she'll give me money if I bring her a potato. Ooh, a small key. Absolutely, I'll take a small key. Is this a potato barrel right here? Yes, it's filled with potatoes. So what we can do now, we can take that, let's throw it on the ground, a potato's gonna pop out, and then we'll go back over to this lady right here, and we'll be like, "Aye, little tiny lady with wrinkly face and giant blue eyes. How about you pay me for a potato?" Do I have to carry it to her, maybe? I have a potato right now. Let's find out. Potato? Did I eat the potato? That might be the problem. He may have auto-ate said potato. Oh, no. Steal from Connor the Armorer. You can steal now? Oh, dear. Who's Connor the Armorer? It's that guy? So if I open my inventory while I'm hanging out with him, we could just, like, jack his shit. That's amazing. That didn't used to be in the game either. It does make people hostile to you, though, I can reasonably guess, because if you run around hitting people, you tend to get in trouble, too. I'm gonna break this barrel. Let's get some potatoes up out of here. Okay, so there's a potato, there's a potato, 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4. Okay, so we got a couple of potatoes now. Let's give them to the old lady. Old lady who desires spuds, I bring them forth for your perusal. Oh, we got 74 gold. Okay, does she do anything else, or does she... Oh, never mind, she's done. What does this guy want? Happy Herbert. Why is Happy Herbert so happy? I don't trust that. I don't trust happy people, not for a second. When I see somebody out in public... Oh, I didn't mean to carry you, man. I'm sorry, this might not end well. I apologize for your cranial bleeding. My bad. Let's see here. Let me talk to this guy. Yesterday I saw an injured fox in the forest. It ran away when I tried to help it. I hope it's all right. Well, aren't you the altruistic fellow? Additionally, you have headgear that's very attractive. Come to the party tomorrow. I've got something to show you. There's a party tomorrow? And so that's what they're going for, is that the game will have like all organic gameplay where there's no real like quest that rises up. There will be quests around, but there's also like a rhythm to the world that you get to participate in. So not only are you like the hero in this world, but you're also like a guy who can like go to parties in random little cities that are indeed randomly generated. As you run around, you'll find villages and stuff all over the place that the game generates for you. It's pretty cool. Have you seen my daughter Priscilla? Damn, Rusty stole my pipe. I don't know. A Rusty sounds like it might be a racial slur for this world. So you know what? I'm not going to hang out with you, old man. I'm not going to hang out with you anymore. I can't be seen with that kind of jive. Let's go over here. What does this lady want? Last year we made a huge snowman with Hannah. I see no snow anywhere. We need to find ourselves a weapon. So let's go on a quest. Let us head towards the edge of the map and see if perhaps we can climb over... Oh, a barrel just fell down that hill. Why did a barrel fall down that hill? Is barrel rolling like a major sport here? It's trundling. That's the real term. Ooh, things are getting kind of dark and scary around here. There's a sinister looking elf hanging over here. I don't trust elves. What are you doing, knife ears? Oh, I'm not your friend. I don't even know you. The game is transitioning from day to night right now, and in fact, if the graphic is the same that it was before, your character auto-eats food, by the way. If it's in your inventory, at the top of the screen, you see how it said that potato was delicious? It auto, like, sorts things out and does it. Yeah, it's transitioning right now. Bear with it for a second. There's, like, it goes pitch black before it swaps in between night and day. It's kind of a cool effect. You'll see what I mean. And so now it's nighttime. We've got, like, some new stuff up here. It looks like it generated another city off this way. But actually, it looks like there's the Cursed Mansion. So I've never seen this before. They've added a few new events and places that you can run around. Like, these are the randomly generated locations that you can quest in and kill mobs in and get XP and, like, do all this fun stuff to essentially, like, move yourself forward in the world. We can take these blue vases right here, and then we can break them open, and it looks like we're getting gold out of them. All of the gold that falls on the ground, you can actually loot it. You see all the coins right there, and you can spend those later on. I also like the wetness effect that's applied to all the characters once the rain starts. How about we have a look inside the building? Let's see what we can find in here. I mean, this is the first time I've ever seen like something generate so close to the starting area that would count as like a questing area. So maybe Baron Reynold von Sparkle. He looks like... Oh, he's got a firearm. Oh, hell no. We just moved up on the tech tree, and he is clearly ahead of us. Meanwhile, over here, we've got, like, zombies and stuff. We got a really, really weak weapon that's not going to serve us very well. So it might be a good idea for us to maybe, like, try and... I'm going to use the age-old trick of running in circles. Oh, Christ. That thing over there's got armor and a shiny helmet. I'm going to hit him with my wooden... Oh, my God, I've been struck. Okay, so there are far too many enemies over here, and I'm a little bit worried about their combatical acumen. Oh my God, there's a big skeleton back there too. Well, that's worrying in many, many distinct and interesting ways. Ah! I thank you for breaking that barrel for me, but oh God, he doesn't actually have that much HP. Okay. Okay, we got this. You can actually trick them into killing each other too if you can get them to time their swings weird. Like right there, you see how he hit his friend's shield? They haven't added a whole lot of the... Oh, the elf is coming in to help too. We might be able to poach some gear out of this. I don't know how proficient the elf is at murder, but... hopefully he's better at it than I am, because frankly, we're getting whooped inside out right now. I think I'm going to go to the menu right now, and you can eat stuff, I think. I think I can put the fish in my hand, and then we can eat it. And yeah, the green fish gave us a bunch of health, so that'll be nice. Oh, we've almost got that skeleton down, and he's got a real sword. Like, right now, we've got, like, a Tinker Toy fake sword, and so we kind of need to make this happen. I'm just going to run away a lot because he's kind of scary, and he makes me worried that he's probably going to strike me with that weapon. And it is edged. Oh, we broke his shield. Okay, so that's part of the game, too. Like, your armor actively gets destroyed and falls off of you when you play the game. Like, when we hit him, like, his helmet has a chance to take some of the damage, or his shield has a chance to take some of the damage. He's actually employing the same guerrilla tactics to sword fighting that I am. Ah, we've missed him right there. Okay, we got him now. I got you. Take a swing at me. Take a swing. Go ahead. Risk it. Oh, I knocked off his breastplate now. His horrible little skeleton boobies are exposed to the world. What is this? Ooh, an Eastern helmet? An Eastern sword? Okay, so it seems like we've gotten a little bit of Eastern assistance in this whole, like, equipment deal. Let's see if we can equip some of this stuff. Let's see. We can put on the Eastern helmet. We can equip the Eastern sword. Oh, hell yes. It's ridiculously oversized. Everything in this game is designed to be cutesy. Like, seriously, I played this game for like 3 hours, and I think there were probably about 40 or 50 occasions that I was like, oh, that's adorable. And I'm a dude that does not admit these things freely. I am a dude that was raised by the old school, where you're like not allowed to say stuff like that. And so for it to escape my lips against my better judgment, believe me when I say the stuff that happens in this game can be absolutely adorable. So for example, you can get a wizard helmet. I'll add that right now. You can get a wizard helmet, and the wizard helmet is enormous. Like, it goes down to your character's feet. Like, basically like it's a tent or like a blanket that you've thrown over your head, and you just run around like Mario in one of those giant ridiculous socks from Mario 3. Oh, the elf just one-shotted that skeleton over there. We can go loot its gear. I do like the way... I've got you right now. You better stop fighting me. I've got a helmet, so you can no longer strike forth upon my brow and or cranium when you attack. However, ooh, we got 2 hits off right there. Let's knock his armor off. Ooh, no, we've been stabbed. He's dropped his shield, though. He's dropped his shield. That's the first step. When somebody drops that block, you've got to know that they're not feeling so great. Let's eat an orange fish. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, orange fish. Nothing rhymes with orange. I guess we could go doorknob, door hinge. But even that doesn't work because my accent is wrong. Door hinge doesn't rhyme with orange where I come from, unfortunately. It depends on your accent. You there, skeleton. I fight you through the night. Ooh, I stabbed him through his breasticles plate. Ooh, our helmet. You see that right there? Our helmet blocked that strike. Awesome. No. Skeleton. Ooh. Let me levitate with the power of leveling up. So when we level up, we just get more, like, XP or something good happens, I assume. There's an extra helmet over here with more durability. This guy over here got rolled. The Eastern Champion's sword. So what's going on? It looks like the elf came over and killed these guys. They don't loot right now. I'm assuming that later on, the actual extra NPCs that run around will loot the enemies that they kill. But for right now, it's basically a freebie. Like, if they kill it... Ooh, that ghoul's brain fell out. Alright. Let me lift this real fast, and we'll try and break open some more of these vases. Or vases, depending on how you like to say the word. I don't mind either way. Watch out for the... Yeah, those guys right there, they hurt like hell. The ghoul can no problem, like, one-shot you. Not even, like, half the business for him. Like, it's not even a rough day for him to kill you. He'd be like, eh, he will one-shot us. Like, everything in this game kills you, so don't look at it as, like, a cutesy game past the actual visual representation, because the game, while being adorable, is actually fairly difficult. Like, almost everything in the game one-shots you, and so it comes down to basically you running around. Since there's no active block or anything right now, the combat is one of those things. They said it's, I think, like 50 or 45% developed. What is that? My God, did I chop his tongue out of his face? I wasn't that angry at him. You will also notice that those fish that we ate, it left fish bones laying around on the ground. Like, the game is tremendously interactive like that, where everything has like this delightful sense of continuity. And they're making it so that you actually affect the way the world develops. So they're taking on like a little bit of Fable, a little bit of Cube World, and I really do put a lot of faith in this game, like sincerely. This is one of those games that I have a lot of high hopes for. Let's equip our... Did our sword break? Oh, it did. Our sword broke. Okay. That didn't used to be a thing. Like when you got a weapon the last time I played, they didn't break. Oh, it tells you your damage now too. That didn't happen the last time I played either. Okay, so the champion sword and the eastern sword. Oh, that's our base damage only. Okay, so that's got to be... Our name is Jonathan Gore. Oh my god. Let's go have a talk about global warming with my dad, Big Gore. Ooh, how dare you, sir? How dare you? I'm gonna fight that guy with the gun in just a sec. Ooh, this sword seems to do a lot more damage. Hold on, and it's got better reach too. It's taking off his armor like we bought him a drink or something. Ooh. Yeah, get dealt with, skeleton. Give forth your treasure that I might consume it and throw it into my penny bag. What's going on over here? Let's find out. So quests. Oh, wow. It's actually been... Are these just like randomly... What are these? Like, how did these work? Oh, these are placeholders. The old guildmaster wants to see the sea one more time and asked me to take him. I've done that one before. So apparently there's a whole bunch of like random quests that it just throws in here real fast that we can kind of cycle through if we wanted to, but I've done those quests before. I played this game quite a bit during the stream and people really seem to like it just based on like the shenanigans you can get yourself into. Where's this guy with the gun over here? And is he evil? He seems like he might be evil. Are you going to shoot at me? You are trespassing on my land. Oh yes, he's got red eyes. That is the hallmark of an evil villain. And also, he appears to have some form of, like, native dance move. I am lightly consumed. I'm concerned about this situation, but I'm going to get in here and I'm going to stab him. Oh, my. I'm glad that you aren't good at aiming. That's for surely. Oh, no, no. Okay, don't shoot me. Please. Oh, he shot his own minion. See, that's the hallmark of a true villain right there. They don't give a damn about their own minions. Like, that's the real villain shit right there. Okay, so he's going to take a shot. We're gonna go around it. I'm gonna stab his ass. Yeah, get dealt with. Combos. Combos everywhere. Ah! I think we just rode the bullet right there. That was amazing. That was a skill. That was a skill worthy of song and praise. Do the flames on the ground hurt me? God, I'm glad you have terrible hand-eye coordination. That's the only reason this is going so well right now. Your hand-eye coordination is absolutely awful, although you do look really sinister. You look like the bad guy from like a... He looks like the bad guy from a cereal commercial. Like the one that's always trying to chase the rabbit around or something, like steal his stuff. What is hitting me right now? I think I'm running into his body and it's actually wounding me. So I should try and swing at him from a little bit further. Why would a zombie need a cucumber and also a coconut? Like that seems like a very, very unlikely zombie accessory. Either way, I'm going to eat this stuff right here. Oh, that zombie's trying to get me now too. Alright, let's get him dealt with. Alright. Blood, gore, destruction. Welcome to Splattercat's world. Ooh. Ow. No. Yeah, I think we're not allowed to run into him. I think that might be the problem right here. This guy's new, so I've actually never seen Baron von Sparkle before. He seems to be quite resilient to sword strikes. I'm not so sure that we're actually able to wound him properly right now. There we go. Baron von Sparkle. The cursed blunderbuss. I don't know if I want to loot that right now. What is that? Apparently it was some type of there's a bow. Can I shoot it? Let's pick it up. No, they murdered our elvish friend. Okay, the guy that I called my fears. An exotic drink. A tiny exotic drink. I thought all exotic drinks were tiny so they could charge you more at the bar. That seems to be my experience in life, but what do I know about anything? So ghoul brains. Tell me I can loot this hat. Oh my god, we've got the cursed hat. So when you get things in bigger iterations, like you see how there's like bowls and like plates and things on the ground, those are actually worth multiple coins, essentially. So the more coins something is worth, let's say that they wanted to drop like a 20 iteration of coins, it would probably be like a goblet or something, just like you used to have back in the olden days when it came. I'm about to loot all this stuff right here, and I'm about to throw your vase because now your house is mine. That's like the rules of the fantasy world, right? If I murder you, I get to keep all your stuff. It's got to be somewhere close to that. That's a pretty pimpin' backpack. I feel like I could use that for general inventory and item management. Oh, this skeleton's about to get dealt with. No! Juke him! No. I don't want to hit the rock. Hitting the rock is the worst idea ever. He seems kind of buff and also generally angry most of the time. Let's not do that. Can I loot any of this? No. As you get stronger, as you level up, you can start to pick up heavier items like that boulder, but For right now, it appears as though we'll have to wait till we have more courage to lift that boulder. I know, he's a little boulder. The oldest geology joke in the world. Can I open this? Do I have the right key? Looks suspicious. You need a majestic key in order to open it. Well, let's find ourselves a majestic key then. That sounds like just the plan, although let's check his house too. Obviously, robbery has to follow. There has to be at least some small incident of larceny that follows murder. I mean, we're already this far up the trail of evil. Let's go ahead and do it. Can I go inside? No, I can't, so his house is... I was actually fairly excited about the prospects of, like, murdering him and taking all his stuff. Can I take that armor right there? I want the shield for sure. Why is there a dead chicken up here? That seems like such a random thing to have on your porch. Although I do like his affinity for fox-related statues. That's sort of adorable. That seems like the sort of thing that a classy rich guy would put in front of his house. Someday I'll be a classy rich guy and I'll put fox statues in front of my house. Not to be confused with faux statues, obviously. Nobody wants statues of their enemies staring at them while they try and sleep. Ow, you stabbed me in my spine. Well, it was more of a slash, but anyways, you know what I'm talking about. Off with your shield. My sword is clearly superior to yours. Alright, you want to compare? Look, I just knocked your armor off with one swing, man. You should really fasten that on a little bit better. Ow, my Eastern helmet. You knocked it off my head. Apparently the combat system goes both ways. Ooh, dominated. I don't think I need any more Eastern swords. I'm coming up on a fairly sizable Eastern collection right now of just random reliquaries that I really have no use for. There's a big skeleton. What is that? A cartwheel. Huh. How is this helpful? I'm sure there's a quest somewhere where it's like, go get me a cartwheel. And I'm like, okay. And I do a cartwheel right in front of them. They're like, that's not what I meant. Oh, there's another one. Also, that skeleton right there has his weapon raised in a semi-threatening fashion. I will say that the fact that they've removed some of like the weird occlusion and stuff that stopped the world from clipping in is a little bit jarring. It didn't used to be like this. Even 2 weeks ago, you couldn't watch the world form itself like that, but I think that probably has something to do with the performance enhancement that they made. Hopefully that's not permanent, because it looks odd. If I'm in this for the nature of critiquing, it's early access, so obviously you can't review a non-finished product, but by and large, the game actually looks a lot different from the last time I played it. Like, this is not what the game looked like, though it actually generated the entire world in a huge chunk when you started playing last time, but the performance was bad because of it, I guess. Ooh, there's a little quaint house over there. And a skipping elf! He's participating in the sport of his species. Skipping. I suppose I should probably eat something, right? Because our health is looking a little bit iffy. I'm gonna put this carrot in my hand. And, nothing says heal me like a carrot. The carrot looks like it just destroyed my armor. That would be a very, very... Let's use the cursed blunderbuss. Why wouldn't you? Oh my god, that was the... Oh, that was total... I didn't mean to do that, elf. Don't get mad at me. That was an accident. Ooh, I like how we get lens flare from our gun. That's pretty cool. Get dealt with, noobs. Oh, it destroys the terrain, too. You see that? I dug out a little hole right there. Let's fight this guy over here, because we're almost out of time anyways. Get dealt with, wizard noob. Hold on, hold on. Oh, it bounced off his head. What kind of bullet bounces off somebody's head? How come this is not having the effect that I want it to? It doesn't even look like it really... Well, it seems like it might be kind of affecting him. Oh, now he's getting mad about it. We're about to... Oh, no. That guy... Ah! I'm too tired to jump. Oh, he drained my stamina so that I can't run. Look at our stamina right now. Ooh. Gun beats wizard. Oh, yeah. It's like rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock. Well, we added a new iteration. Gun and wizard. What does the blue orb spell? Obviously committing murder right now. There's no real, like... You don't get punished for it at this point in the game, but I'm assuming at some point... Oh, we ripped out his heart. That seems unnecessary, but you know what? Whatever. I'll take trophies if that's the way of the land. We also got to... I can show you the wizard hat right now. The wizard hat is one of my favorite things in the entire game. Let me show you. Hold on. We've got a lot of stuff in our inventory. We've got a couple of masks that we can wear, too. Like, look, we can put on a chicken mask. Just in case you want to just drive in the psychopathy of running around a village murdering somebody with a satanically infused blunderbuss. You know, you just drive in the point a little bit further with an extra chicken mask. Now, none of these people seem to be too worried that I murdered their village wizard. Ah, well, who cares? Young lady, I've been staying at the tavern, but I would like to one day build a house of my own. I wonder if those aspirations are actually going to be implemented someday, where like the actual AIs will run around and actually try and fulfill their individual needs. Oh, you've got an awesome little head thing. How can I get an Assassin's Creed head thing? I want that. Got any sweet weapons for sale? No, I don't have a poleaxe. Sorry, I've got this bitchin' ass gun, but I can't really give it away to anybody. It's cursed. It actually bound to the skin of my hand. It's semi-unfortunate. This guy over here seems like he's got equipment. Someone needs to fix these damn fences. They're leaking worse than a bleeding pig. Ooh. Yes. Absolutely. Ooh, we had the key to a... well, somebody doesn't know how to hide treasure properly. My guess is that whoever put that there was very, very bad at hide and seek. Ah, well, what can you do about it? Guns away! Murder! Can I shoot chunks out of their houses? I mean, I'd like to test it for a second. It looks like we're causing... It makes a squishing noise, but that might just be me murdering these plants right here. Oh, did I blow up the door? Oh, that was about to be the most epic thing ever if I shot down somebody's door with a satanic blunderbuss. That would definitely... At some point during this whole thing, you have to, like... You have to put creator in the background at some point if you're going to start shooting people with a satanic blunder... Why is this sign here? What does this denote? We are selling tasty chicken eggs. I'm sure the chicken is greatly appreciative that you label its children as delicious before you're eating chicken fetuses, essentially. Well, pre-fetuses. I mean, they're not quite there yet. Let's go off on a chicken mask adventure. Oh yeah, the helmet. Let me put the wizard hat on. I got kind of sidetracked. You guys know how I do. The wizard's hat. Boom! And so now we've got a chicken mask and a wizard hat. An adorable wizard hat to block our vision and make us slightly more eccentric by the nature of it, right? What is up with this house over here? Come on now, you have to know. I live in California. You have to know that the first earthquake that comes by, that house is doomed. That thing's gonna fall over quick. It's gonna drop like a gavel, just poof, straight into the ground. They're gonna be like, I had no idea that... Oh, a goblin outpost, and I've got a goblin DACA distributor. Hold on, where are the goblins at? Apparently I just ate a tomato for dinner, which sounds absolutely horrific. I hate tomatoes. Yeah, there's nothing as bad as a tomato. Greetings, goblin. I enter your home and place of residence and business and then attempt to murder you with this large rifle. Oh, it's cursed because... Oh, I didn't get hit by the blue orb. Apparently my blunderbuss... These guys are only level 1. It seems like kind of a shame to waste my rifle on them. A snowman? Can I murder the snowman? Do you want to kill a snowman? We can shoot him with my gun. Ooh, I vaporized the little bastard. What is that, a snake wand? Ah, don't you try and... I have a gun, man. Don't you know how the world works? It seems like we have to get the proper range in order to make the explosion get him. Because I think the actual... Oh, my God. Dear Lord, man. A sensible workout routine would be definitely advisable at this point. At this juncture, I really feel... Minions, kill that creature. Did you just eat my bullet? Well, in a manner of speaking, I guess. I feel like this missile launcher that I've been applying to my foes would be better served... Stop that. I like how the flames of my murder are bouncing all... Alright, let's switch weapons. This thing is not fit. It's actually cursing my stamina as well, and I'm someone that prizes fleet-footedness, so let's go over here. Snake wand. And then we're going to go to the inventory, because I've had the snake wand before, and it dominates face. It's amazing. Snake wand. Actually, what does the blue orb do? Let's find out what blue orb does. Ooh, I like that sexy flame around my hand right now. I like it. Ooh, no! Tell me I didn't just vaporize myself with my own magical spell. Well then, apparently that is not for the novice sorcerer. This is what we like to call in the D&D gaming world a backlash. Apparently, I hope that's not my heart is really, really large. I guess the heart of a hero. Oh, I should have put on the cursed hat. No! Maybe that would have saved me. Oh well, this has been Hardland. 30 minutes of just hanging out in Hardland with Splattercat. There's a lot more to this game. Like, seriously, as you explore and run around, the game only gets more fascinating and interesting. Like, you'll find random things all over the place. Oh, we had a salt... How do we get a salt shaker in our inventory? When did I even pick that up? Apparently, my looting and just murder got way out of hand at some point. I was looting salt shakers and all kinds of stuff. I'll see you all in next week's Weekly Indie Newcomer. If you indeed did enjoy this, the game is hard mode. Like, seriously, it resets your levels and everything when you die. If you enjoyed this game, actually, I think it actually reloads your last save, and since I hadn't saved yet, that's probably why. Anyways, if you enjoyed this playthrough, I do bid you to come join me in the early access. You can play the game. Later on, I think it's going to have multiplayer and stuff. I'm not really sure. You'll have to check the access list. Never take my word about anything. I'm like the village idiot. Look, we can destroy the wheat and make it fly up in the air. Yes, I destroy you in wheatly fashion, plant, before I am man and superior, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Oh my god, hay fever. Anyways, I will see you all next week. The game is $14.99. It's called Hardland, and you should definitely check it out. I'll probably be doing a Let's Play once there's actually, like, enough content to do, like, 5 or 6 episodes. Wow, don't scare me like that. Don't scare me like that, evil Santa. Anyways, I'll see you all later. Hi-do, everybody.